So I give you that, Joy. And I don't got no problem with what you doing. Niggas pull-out game, they can't get out of there, huh? Shit juicy. They cannot get out of that joint. Pull-out game is weak. So I'm sorry, Trish, but nigga tried to come for me. Yeah. It's not a sprint, homie. It's a marathon, man. And look where we're at.
Dallas Cowboy corner, Trevon Diggs, and his soon-to-be baby mama, Joie Chavis? That's not a real name, right?
It's Joy.
Joy? That's what I thought. Just broke up. She's confirmed it on Instagram to one of her commenters. For those who don't know, Trevon's ex already has a 13-year-old with little Bow Wow, and a 5-year-old with Future. This is a common thing. This is a thing. I don't understand how this is a thing. I feel like you see the pattern. The red flags are right there flashing. Little babies, you know, they want milk and all kinds of toys. And it's right there, right in front of your eyes. You see Future coming around. You see Bow Wow coming around, but you still do it. Mo, when will these guys learn and why? Why does this keep happening? How do they find them all also?
Trolling gentrified right there.
I don't understand the thrill that these guys get behind.
Or kind of nasty ass thriller they getting. Yeah.
I just grew up with too much pride, too much ego, and I was raised by just different people. And like this is recreation. This is fun. This is fun buns. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is.
Fun buns.
And fun buns. That's all it is, man. It's recreation. And when I say here, and when we had said something last year, he had took it personal. And a lot of guys, and just a lot of young dudes in general. And I go to speak to a lot of colleges, and sometimes when you're trying to educate, enlighten, a lot of these guys take things personal, like you're trying to criticize them. And it's like, no, we're not trying to criticize you, but when you are a phenomenal athlete, multi-million-dollar man, there's a lot of people who have come before you who can say, hey man, you know, we've been down the road with these type of women or these type of people, and this is how it's played out. And you also have a script of like how things have played out to this point. And then they get to a point where you're not with this girl and you have a baby with this girl, and I hope that the child comes out healthy and everything like that. And then you end up in a situation where you're going back to the tape and saying, man, I could have probably learned something from these dudes or listened to them. Like, she was supposed to be fun, recreation, something to talk about, and you're supposed to speed on. You know what I'm saying?
Choose Kentucky or one and done. That's what you're saying. Or once in a while.
That's it.
Yeah.
This entertainment. That's it.
You wasn't supposed to go in there and get a souvenir later.
No.
Yeah. That's what he went to an amusement park and came out with a souvenir. That's what you're trying to say.
But it's a pattern.
And I just hope he takes it, like he took it personal last time, but I hope he has enough life experience right now. Like, I know we joke, right? But then I'm telling you, there's people who hit me up and say, yo, I've got like a something wise out of something that I've heard on the show, right? And I hope that he can just have an honest moment with himself and say, man, like, I fucked up, you know, and I've done something with somebody who I probably, if I could think about it again, I probably wouldn't do the same thing again.
Yeah, he came at Kim, you know, like me, I personally, not personally, but you could say personally, have been around her, so I know that she seemed to be a good person.
Oh yeah. you was out.
Not me. I mean, you saw she was on the boat with Puff, then she was with Trevon, then she was with Bow Wow, Future. So he had enough images for him to know to make a better choice. And I don't want to joke about it, because this is, you know, once you get the baby involved, then you start saying it's your blessing. So you take that part of it and take the blessing. So you got to take the lesson as well, and don't put yourself in that position again.
I really do want to know, is it like when you're dating a celebrity as a woman, and then like you go to a party and then you get like a couple of other celebrities' numbers? Or like how do you continue to grow your circle of influence of back burners?
Well, let me give my opinion real quick. Your influence of back burners is crazy. Well, Mace, real quick, because I want to chime in because I didn't get a take on it.
Sorry.
Nah, you're fine. Mace doesn't want to joke about it. I do, nigga. I told you, you didn't want to listen to me. You talk shit about me when I said it, nigga. I told your dumb ass, nigga. I don't care about being your friend. Mo and Mace want to be nice about it. When I told you this shit, you told me I need to shut up. My old ass don't know what I'm talking about, da, 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 da. Look at you now. Then you know what's more fucked up, nigga? Is that she did it on Instagram. She don't even got the courtesy to keep shit tucked away, keep it low, say we gonna handle this like adults and co-parent. I told you, nigga, and you tried to play me. Don't get no attitude with me. Now you gotta, look, you was gonna bump into niggas anyway. Now, one thing I will say is, I know Bow, I know Future, like, they ran into a couple females together before. You know, they got the same taste, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And them my niggas too, but, you know, I don't think that Bow and Future gonna respect you as a baby father. They probably clown. Look, the nigga Bow Wow called Russell Wilson, Sierra's, I forget what the fuck he said, the way he said it, but he said, Sierra's some shit. Basically said, like, I can't remember when when Jermaine Dupri was up here talking about us. Make a long story short, he's disrespectful, said Sierra's like little nigga or some shit like that. They don't give a fuck, my nigga. Look, what's her name, Joy?
Joy.
You know, I get that check and give about your business. You don't fuck with none of these niggas. I respect it.
You respect the jokes?
Yeah, yo, because at the end of the day, look, I'm not saying she ain't never like none of these niggas, but look, because you know why, Murder? Because I be sitting there thinking about that shit and I be like, yo, and I'm not talking about presently. I'll meet a female and be like, yo, you know, my kids need a little bit of this and my kids, you know, camp is coming up and school is about to happen and, you know, if we could get a little bit of help and they need, you know, they want to go on a trip and this, that, that. You know, I like you. I thought so, you know. I ain't got it like that for you like that. They ain't my kids. But at least she won't have them problems. You ain't gonna have to hear that from her.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna have to hear if she get in the next relationship that her kids need help doing anything. So I give you that, Joy. And I don't got no problem with what you doing. Niggas pull out game, they can't get out of there, huh? Shit juicy. They cannot get out of that joint. Pull out game is weak. Oh, I'm sorry, Trish, but nigga tried to come for me. Yeah. It's not a sprint, homie, it's a marathon, man. And look where we're at.
That's wild. I have a solution for all young athletes. And I think it would help. It's called thought protection. And so you essentially at 17, 18, we'll call it 18.
One real quick, you say thought or thought?
Thought.
Okay, I was just making.
Like the acronym.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, acronym, the thought protection. And you get a vasectomy at 18. But before you do, you donate all your sperm to separate locations around the world, like diversifying your assets. And you don't tell a soul.
What?
You don't tell a soul at all. And then when you're ready to settle down, then you figure out how to make it happen, whether that's reversing it, whether that's doing it artificially. There's all kinds of technology when you have that kind of money. And that saves you. And you don't tell her, and you don't pull out, and you hit her raw, and it's all good. And she thinks she's gonna catch you. She thinks she's gonna catch you, but guess what? Bitch, you got, because I am snipped up.
Hey, yo, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Two things.
That might be
Two things, right? Two things. First thing is, I can't let niggas snip nothing down there. It feel too good. I don't know. I know you're supposed to get the same feeling and ain't connected, but I can't risk it. Secondly, I've told bitches that I tried to act like they're pregnant by me, that I had a vasectomy. And I was like, it ain't mine, because I'll have a vasectomy. And they like, oh, word? I say, yo, that's worth the blood. That's worth the blood, y'all. That's worth the blood. When I say blood, my cousin, not a gang. I swear on everything I love. And then you could see on their face like, oh, all right. You ain't got no vasectomy. I go on my phone right now. Paperwork. That's how you know the bitch. They be like, now they gotta reconsider the
she
whole
gotta
shit.
think who she been with.
Yeah, exactly. Know what I did last Halloween, y'all? Not last Halloween. Last 2 April Fools ago. 3 April Fools ago. Yeah, I said, yeah. I called a couple of my chicks I was messing with. April Fool. They don't know it's April Fool.
Yeah.
I said, I just left the doctor. Is something you want to talk to me about? They said, what? I said, listen, I'm not going to play with you. I just left the doctor. Is it something you want to talk to me about? And they're like, oh my God, let me go get myself checked out and see what's going on. Bitch, you out here. They ain't even argue back. You know, they're like, well, I don't know what's going on because I ain't been with nobody else. All 3 chicks I checked with was like, let me just go get checked out and see what's going on. Yeah, that's why Trevon, you gotta play these games. When you go into a female house that don't have a son, a brother, a significant other that they usually dealing with, first thing you do if you're gonna spend the night, check for pee stains around the toilet. Niggas shit always splashing. That's what I do. If I'm gonna take my socks off in your house, I'm checking if it's pee stains. If pee stains, and I ask you, your brother been here? You got a son? No. You got a boyfriend usually come over? No. They won't stop lying. They always fucking lie. They always lying, bro. And they'll lie and lie and lie till they can't stop. You'll catch them. So I like that, man. I used it without even having to get that. Sorry, I'm just trying to school some of you niggas on the little techniques. Just keep yourself safe out there.
Yeah. That's a lot. Like you have a lot of tactics.
Listen, I've been around a long time, man. Hey, yo, listen, man, I don't always have permission to talk about what me and Mace did, but shit started off early.
Buckle up tight, because whenever Maze and Cameron get to talking, somebody's fragile ego is about to take a serious hit. And this round, it was Dallas Cowboys cornerback Trevon Diggs catching some serious Harlem-style heat. The whole drama ignited on their Smash It podcast. It is what it is. A show that exploded into one of the biggest sports and culture platforms out there, blending barbershop banter with hard-earned wisdom from 2 men who've packed several lifetimes into fewer than 40 years. Here's exactly how the drama unfolded. Trevon Diggs, the standout cornerback for the Dallas Cowboys, had just learned he was expecting a child with his girlfriend, Chavis. Now, for anyone unfamiliar, Chavis isn't new to dating famous men. She already shares kids with rapper Future and with former rapper-turned-actor Bow Wow. So naturally, once word got out that she and Diggs were having a baby, the internet exploded, and apparently Maze and Cameron couldn't resist weighing in either. During one particular episode, the host dove into a discussion about men who date women already raising children by other famous men. And that's exactly when the conversation turned explosive. Cameron, never one to bite his tongue, questioned why any athlete or entertainer would want what he bluntly labeled somebody else's leftovers. Maze jumped right in too, and together they turned the whole situation into a comedy sketch, mocking Diggs for stepping into a relationship where 2 other famous men had already left their mark. Naturally, in today's internet age, clips spread instantly. It wasn't long before Trevon Diggs himself heard exactly what was being said about him on one of the country's biggest podcasts. Diggs wasn't about to stay silent and absorb it quietly. This is a man who led the entire NFL in interceptions, a man delivering highlight reel plays every single Sunday, and he refused to let 2 rappers mock his relationship without firing back. So Diggs jumped onto social media, the platform once known as Twitter, and went straight after Cameron. He mocked Cam's age, essentially reminding him he was still in diapers, or not even born, while Cameron was busy making music. He argued it was absurd for someone from an older rap generation to comment on his personal life so publicly. Diggs made clear he felt disrespected being discussed on such a massive stage by 2 grown men who, in his view, had no business inserting themselves into his relationship. Now here's where things escalate even further, because Cameron absolutely does not tolerate disrespect. Never has, never will, This is a man who spent decades in the rap industry, who's clashed with some of hip-hop's biggest legends. And he certainly wasn't going to let a young cornerback, however talented Trevon Diggs may be, walk away with the final word. So on the very next episode of It Is What It Is, recorded that following Sunday night, Cameron addressed the head-on. He made clear he'd seen the tweets, even without naming Diggs directly in his response. He laid out the entire timeline for everyone, making sure they knew he was already rapping and making history long before Diggs was even born. But then Cam took things even further. He made it clear this whole thing had zero connection to music or rap whatsoever. It was purely about the matter itself, about the decisions grown adults make when it comes to relationships. He wanted Trevon Diggs to realize that wearing an NFL jersey doesn't magically shield his personal life from public discussion, particularly once it's already broadcast for the entire world to witness and weigh in on. Cameron wasn't finished there either. He brought up finances. He referenced his own success, making sure everyone knew he was still thriving even decades deep into his career. And that's precisely the type of comeback Cameron built his reputation on. It's never a bare-bones reply. It's layered. It's stacked with punchlines. It's loaded with shots. And it carries that unmistakable diplomat swagger that turned him into a legend in the first place. Mays, meanwhile, played a somewhat different part in all this. While Cameron traded blows directly with Diggs, Mays has always carved out his role as a podcast calmer voice, the one delivering wisdom and life perspective into the mix. But don't be fooled. Mays stood shoulder to shoulder with Cameron throughout the entire Diggs and Chavis segment, laughing along and chiming in with his own take on relationships, choices, and what he described as situations people willingly place themselves into publicly. And that dynamic is honestly part of why It Is What It Is has become such a massive force in podcasting right now. Cameron and Mays aren't merely two rappers rambling pointlessly. They've transformed this show into a genuine cultural powerhouse. They've explained how they gather intel, connecting with barbershops nationwide to figure out what conversations are actually happening in the streets, then bringing that unfiltered, authentic perspective straight to the mic. It's equal parts comedy hour, sports debate, and therapy session, and it connects with millions because it feels genuine. It feels like eavesdropping on a conversation from your uncles or older cousins, except now it's reaching an enormous national crowd. That's precisely why this Trevon Diggs situation exploded the way it did. Once you got a platform with that kind of reach mocking a professional athlete's personal relationship, it's practically inevitable that athlete finds out. And sure enough, Diggs caught wind of it and reacted exactly how a proud, accomplished young athlete typically would. He defended himself and defended his girlfriend. Now, considering Diggs' position at the time, it's worth remembering exactly where his career stood. He just finished establishing himself as one of the most feared cornerbacks across the entire league. Across a 3-year span, he topped all defensive players in interceptions, snatching passes constantly, occasionally returning them all the way for touchdowns. He'd also just signed a massive extension with the Cowboys, a contract that solidified him among the highest paid players at his position. So here's a man riding high professionally, welcoming a new baby with a woman he loves, and suddenly finding two of hip-hop's most respected figures cracking jokes about his relationship on a podcast reaching millions. Naturally, he wasn't going to stay quiet, and that's what makes this entire exchange so captivating to observe from outside. Two completely different universes were colliding head-on. On one side stood Cameron and Mays, rap legends who built their names on being unfiltered, on speaking freely regardless of who upset, carrying that same boldness straight into their podcasting careers. On the other side stood Trevon Diggs, a rising superstar athlete accustomed to praise for his performances on the field, suddenly finding himself discussed in a completely unfamiliar context, one having nothing to do with football whatsoever. What's fascinating is that neither party truly backed down. Diggs stated his case plainly, calling out the age difference and questioning why Cameron would drag him into the conversation at all. And Cameron, staying true to form, fired right back, making certain everyone understood exactly where he stood. If you're not interested in people discussing your personal affairs, perhaps don't turn those affairs into a public spectacle to begin with. That's been a recurring philosophy from Cameron and Mays throughout the years. They've consistently made clear that once something enters the public sphere, whether it's a pregnancy reveal, a relationship, or career move, it instantly becomes open territory for discussion on their show, regardless of how the person involved feels about it. Social media fans absolutely feasted on this exchange. Some back digs, arguing two rappers had no right mocking a young athlete's private life purely for clicks and content. Others sided with Cameron and Mays, arguing that broadcasting your relationship to millions invites commentary, positive or negative, and that Diggs was overreacting to a few playful jabs. That's both the beauty and madness of today's podcast-driven era. Absolutely everything transforms into content. Every tweet, every clapback, every subtle dig morphs into clips, reaction videos, and debates spreading across every imaginable platform. Honestly, this wasn't Cameron's first rodeo getting tangled up with a public figure over something said on the podcast. That's practically become woven into the show's DNA at this point. Mays and Cameron speak freely about whoever they want, whenever they want. And if the target decides to clap back, that simply becomes another chapter in the story, another layer of entertainment, another reason viewers keep tuning in episode after episode. Ultimately, this entire saga fizzled out just like most online scuffles tend to. There was no physical altercation, no drawn-out feud lasting months. It was a fleeting viral flashpoint, a clip circulating for a week or two before the internet's attention shifted toward fresh drama. But during that brief window, it was absolutely unmissable. It had people constantly refreshing their feeds, anxiously awaiting the next response, wondering whether Trevon Diggs would drop it or fire back even harder. What this entire saga truly reveals, though, is the sheer influence of podcasts like It Is What It Is wields in today's culture. A joke from that show, even one without genuine malice, can reach a professional athlete within hours and pressure him into a public response just to safeguard his image and his relationship. That's a reality we now inhabit, where podcasts carry influence rivaling or even surpassing traditional sports media and entertainment journalism. Cameron and Mays recognize that influence, wielding it sometimes purely for laughs, sometimes to ignite genuine discourse, and sometimes, as seen here, to stir unexpected drama involving one of the NFL's brightest rising stars. So that's a complete story of how Mays and Cameron wound up clashing with Trevon Diggs, all sparked by a few jokes about relationships and leftovers that snowballed into a full-scale social media firestorm. It perfectly illustrates how rapidly things spiral in today's climate, and how even a casual podcast comment can explode into international headlines within days. If this breakdown hit the spot, and you're hungry for more of the juiciest drama, beefs, and hot takes from sports and hip-hop, drop your thoughts in the comment below. Did Cameron and Mays cross a line here? Or does Trevon Diggs need to relax a little? And if you haven't hit subscribe yet, do it now and turn on notifications so you never miss out, because plenty more stories exactly like this one are headed your way very soon.